Did you know that nearly 3 out of 4 women lose confidence after taking a break from riding, whether from an injury, a scare, or simply time away? The good news is fear doesn't have to keep you stuck on the ground. So today I'll show you the exact steps to rebuild confidence and feel safe in the saddle again. In this video, you'll discover why fear is showing up after a long break, how to work with your body and your nervous system to rebuild trust and calmness, and also practical steps to help you regain your confidence so you can get back in the saddle safely. Coming back after a break can feel a lot like pulling an old bike out of the garage. The gears are still there, the frame is solid, you know how to ride, but everything feels a little stiff, a little rusty until you've had a few goes to loosen it all up. It's the same with your body and your nervous system after time out of the saddle. You haven't forgotten how to ride, but your system needs a chance to remember what safety feels like again. The movement that used to feel natural suddenly feel awkward. Your muscles ache and maybe you even doubt yourself. That doesn't mean you're weak or broken. It just means your body is readjusting. And riding is no different. If you feel anxious, shaky, or unsure after a break, it's not because you've lost your ability. It's because your nervous system is doing its job, trying to protect you while you find your rhythm again. If you've had a break from riding and you're feeling fear or anxiety, here's what I want you to know. Firstly, let's talk about expectations. One of the fastest ways to feed fear is to pressure yourself. You might think, I should be trot today or I should be cantering by now. But remember this, if you took 6 months off running, you wouldn't sign up for a marathon the next day, right? Riding is no different. Walking your horse for a few weeks or even months can be exactly what your body needs to reset. Progress doesn't have to look like rushing ahead. Sometimes progress looks like taking it slow without pressure to be somewhere or to reach a goal. And after a break, especially if you've had a fall or bad experience before, your body tends to go, hey, remember last time? Let's be extra careful. So even if nothing bad is happening right now, your heart races, your breathing gets shallow, and your legs might feel like jelly. It doesn't mean you're not a real rider. It's simply your body trying to protect you. Here's another thing I hear all the time. I should know what I'm doing. I used to ride all kind of horses, even in much scary situations. So why am I scared now? Past experiences does not erase the way your nervous system responds today. You may have ridden throughout challenges before, but if your body went through something that felt unsafe, like a fall, a spook, or even just overwhelming stress outside of riding, those protective patterns can come back. It's not about losing skill or toughness, it's about your nervous system saying, let's make extra sure we're safe this time. And that can feel confusing, especially if your head says, I can do this, and your body says, not so fast. The more we expect ourselves to be in a certain way, the more pressure we pile on. And that pressure doesn't make us braver, it actually fuels the fear. Has this ever crossed your mind? I should be confident by now. I shouldn't be scared after all these years. Or others riders don't get nervous, why do I? Well, this expectation might come from ourselves, from instructors, or even from comparing ourselves to others. That's one of the biggest blocks I see riders fall into. This is what I call the expectation trap. But I'd like you to remember that confidence doesn't grow in presence of shame and self-judgment. Confidence grows when we work with our nervous system, not against it. When we allow the wobble, when we give ourselves permission to take the next step at our own pace, that's when riding starts to feel safe again. Confidence doesn't just start when you put your foot in the stirrup. It starts the moment you walk up to your horse. So even if you feel quite confident on the ground, I'd like you to slow down and try this. Instead of rushing to get on, spend time grounding yourself beside your horse. Feel your feet in the boots. Take slow, long exhales, longer than the inhales. Notice your horse's breath, their body, their presence. Match your breath to theirs. These movements help your nervous system recognize, I'm safe here. And when your body feels safe, everything else becomes easier. I worked with a lady that just by knowing she was going to step on the mounting block started to panic. So we broke it down into small steps, lower the expectation and allow her to just spend time on and even around the mounting block. Sometimes her horse was there, sometimes not. The idea wasn't to expect mounting, but simply to allow the body to feel safe even on the ground. Once we did this, she started to rebuild trust in herself and her horse. So here are some more tips to help you grow your confidence. Lead in different spaces, like walk your horses in the arena, then in the paddock, or maybe in the driveway, and let your body adjust in low pressure ways before getting back on. Then practice your breathing. Walk with your horse, then check your breathing. Make sure you are not holding your breath. Allow your body to soften while holding your horse. This tells your nervous system that stillness is safe. And then spend 2, maybe 3 minutes sitting on your horse next to the mounting block, then dismount. Short, safe exposures help your body to relearn safety without overwhelm. These tricks literally tell your body we are safe, we can stay here. And the more you practice these tools off the horse, the easier they become to use when you are in the saddle. And I'd like you to think about confidence like a ladder. Each step stacks on top of the last, and over time you build a solid base that supports you as you climb higher. The very first rung might be simply groundwork, just you and your horse connecting on the ground. Then the next rung could be standing at the mounting block, breathing and settling your horse. Then maybe it's sitting in the saddle for a few calm breaths before dismounting. And from there, you can have a short walk and then gradually more. And if riding feels unsafe, don't worry about riding for a while. Practice feeling safe on the ground. Take your horse for a walk in different places and build your confidence from there. And each step you take, build safely on the one before it. That way, you're never forcing yourself, you're never leaping 5 rungs at once. So instead, you're gently expanding your comfort zone layer by layer. And before you know it, you're climbing that ladder with steadiness and trust. While you're climbing that ladder, your nerves can still show up, and if you don't know how to calm them, it can feel like you're slipping back down. That's why the next step is learning how to steady your body and calm your nerves in the moment, so you can keep climbing that ladder of confidence without being knocked off by fear. So click here to watch my video on how to overcome your riding nerves in just 3 easy steps.